Namaskar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In my last series, I discussed about the explanation of fraud given under Section 447 of the Companies Act 2013. For new listeners and for those who are viewing my video first time, I will explain or I will give my brief introduction to them. I am Dr. Sanjeev Gupta. I am a law graduate and a fellow member of the ICSI since 1994 and doing my practice as a Sanjay Gupta and Associates since 1998. I did my PhD in corporate frauds in India, nature, consequences and regulations. So friends, in my last series, I discussed about what is fraud, the definition given under section 447 of the Companies Act as it is I have presented in a graphical manner. Kindly look into it before going into the further aspects of the fraud under the Companies Act. So, as we saw, fraud it is an act, an omission, concealment of information, abuse of position by any person with an intent to deceive, to injure the stakeholders of the company for or not for the wrongful gain or wrongful loss. Now, why the people choose? I may be cheated, you may be cheated, everyone may be cheated because everyone wants to earn money in a very short period of time. So, what are the ingredients of fraud? There are certain factors. So, what are the ingredients of fraud? Donald Cressy developed a triangle and he discussed about the ingredients of fraud. That is motivation, opportunity, and rationalization. Motivation means the circumstances which feels a person to commit a fraud or the factors which motivates a person to commit a fraud. Opportunity, if motivation is there, motive is there, but opportunity is not there, then we cannot commit frauds. So the fraud, for committing a fraud, if motivation is there, then opportunity must be there. Opportunity means the circumstances which give me the situations where I can fulfill my motive of to commit a fraud. But if motivation is there, opportunity is there, but rationalization is not there. My behavior, यार पैसा कमाना है, चलो एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल गई, लेकिन क्या मेरी अंतरात्मा इसके लिए अलाउ करती है? क्या मेरा बिहेवियर इस टाइप का है कि मैं एक फ्रॉड कमिट करूं, मैं इलीगल सोर्सेज से पैसा कमाऊं? सो मोटिवेशन, then opportunity, and then rationalization. Rationalization means which justifies one behavior. नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये ठीक है, we can do it. So that Donald Cressy developed the triangle which describes about the motivation, opportunity and rationalization. Now again there are certain factors which leads a person to commit a fraud, which motivates a person to commit a fraud. What are these factors? These factors are financial greed, means to earn more and more money, financial greed. Then inadequate income. Next, a living standard of a person beyond his own means. Then, now next, high personal debts, illicit sexual involvement, addictions like gambling. यार इस बार तो क्रिकेट के अंदर पैसा लगाना है, या तो हार गए या जीत गए, बट दैट नीड्स मनी. सो अब पैसा लगाना है, आई एम एडिक्टिंग और आई एम एडिक्शन टू गैम्बल, so I need money. So this is a motivating factor for me to commit a fraud. Poor credit rating. If my credit ratings are not good, so it motivates me to commit a fraud so that my credit rating will be improved. Or not satisfaction or frustration with the job. If I am doing a particular job and I am not satisfied with that job, then it will commit or it will motivate a person to commit a fraud. For example, a person who is working in a police force and he never took any bribe in his lifetime, but due to certain protocol lapses, without his fault, some senior leader is expired or is shooted. Then that police officer is suspended without his fault because he is monitoring the security of a particular leader. But if there is a lapses on the part of his juniors, but responsibility is always about on the shoulder of the seniors, and that person is suspended for years and years. But when the circumstances improves or certain other government took charge and that fellow is reinstated into the force with a promotion, then it is the frustration with the job. Then that fellow will definitely commit a fraud because he was frustrated with the job for the last several years during which he was suspended by his department. So there are certain factors which motivates a person to commit a fraud. But now, once the motivation is there, motive is decided why I should commit a fraud. Now I will search for the opportunities. Whether opportunities are there or opportunities are not there. I cannot call opportunities that come. No. Opportunities are the circumstances where I can commit a fraud. Once motive is established, now I will search for an opportunity. Opportunity means the circumstances which leads to commit a fraud. What are the factors or what are the circumstances which creates the opportunity for a person to commit a fraud? The most important is the inadequate or weak internal control systems. Inadequate or weak internal control system is there are no checks, there are no internal control departments, internal auditors are not there, internal checks are not there, and inadequate record keepings of the books of accounts and the misappropriation of the assets like this. Next, the poor physical safeguard of the assets of the company. And other opportunity factors are nexus with the vendors, unprofessional environment, excessive trust in certain employees. You see a number of companies, you will find that a senior officer or a senior person is working very hardly, but his all the working atmosphere or working behavior is noticed by a peon of the company, and that peon is the most trustworthy person of the management. So once the excessive trust is created in favor of a person, that person can commit a fraud. Nexus with the vendors. If I have an opportunity that I can arrange or manage things with the vendors, then it gives me an opportunity to commit a fraud. So these factors, the inadequate internal control systems, misappropriation of assets, nexus with the vendors, unprofessional environment, excessive trust in the employees of the company. These are the certain factors, major important factors which generate the circumstances or create the circumstances to give an opportunity to a person to commit a fraud. So once the motive must be there, if motive is there, then opportunity must be there. Now opportunity and motive both are there. The next one is rationalization. Rationalization is also an important factor to commit a fraud. Justification of one's own behavior, that is rationalization. Without rationalization, if motive is there, opportunity is there, a person cannot commit fraud. So what type of persons? The low moral character persons. They justify their own act. No, it is justifiable to commit a fraud. Rules do not apply to me. rules do not apply to me. It means I am justifying that these type of rules do not apply to me. Sense of entitlement, lack of strong code of ethics, a strong desire to beat the system. These type of factors are the rationalization, justify the behavior of one's persons. So once I justify my behavior, once I have a motive, and if I have an opportunity, it is sure that I will commit it. So the Donald Cressy developed this triangle with these three factors. The first one is motivation, second is opportunity, and the third one is the rationalization. So friends, these are the ingredients of the fraud. Now next, as per research or as per surveys, expert views, or as per the analysis of the balance sheets or other factors, I have concluded, or the researchers have concluded, that there are different types of frauds in the company. Frauds may be internal fraud, or fraud may be external fraud. But if the fraud is an internal fraud, it is committed by the board of directors or the management or the employees. But if it is the external fraud, it is committed by the vendors, competitors, like that employees. Now, there are different types of frauds. Broadly, we will discuss 5 types of frauds. The one is bribery or corruption. The second one is misappropriation of assets. The third one is manipulation of financial statements. The fourth one is procedural lapses. And the last one is the corporate espionage. The most important of these ones are manipulation of financial statements. So in our next series, we will discuss one by one type of frauds with examples, like what are the types of bribery, what are the types, how the financial statements are manipulated, how the assets are misappropriated, how the corporates or the management took the benefits of procedural lapses or the procedural by adopting some procedures which are legal in the eyes of law, but they are committing fraud by these procedural lapses. And corporate espionage, what are the corporate espionage, how it affects a corporation internally or externally. So these type of frauds we will discuss in our next series. Thank you, and you can reach me at 9810079135, or my other particulars are given in the end of the video. Thank you. Namaskar.